Alright, and we are now live. First time I've done a live stream in a few days. There's just been a lot going on. Also, a major project is underway. I'm not going to go into detail of what that is in the spirit of keeping it a surprise, but it's good and it's something a lot of people have been asking about. Penn Central GG1 Productions, welcome DNR Guy, Anime Mark, Nathan Kessler, Trainstorm, Lone Wolf Railfan. Congratulations again on winning the giveaway. Jacob Jasko, Bradley, Evans Trains. Hey, SMT, it's Evan from Evans Trains. Have you heard of Lego Mock Trains? I don't think I have. Roman's Railfan. Meta, Wolf, Knoxville. Whoops. We got a derailment. SP Fan, welcome. Jason Nawari, Joe, It's Just Corey, Rail Fanning Brick, Jordan Nordhaus, BNSF Guy, Mike, welcome. The BR Steamer, Freight Train 777, Hey SMT, I'm currently on board Amtrak heading home from the big train show. Cool. Zachary Kittle, welcome. Phoenix Smith, SMT, am I still a mod or is that just for when... Phoenix, I thought I made you a mod. I don't know why it would have why that would have gotten undone. That's really weird. BT Trains, hello. SMT, I'm a fan. What? Some of these comments I can't understand. Model Trains and Whisper Studios, hello. Michael Ryerson? Just signed in. How are you doing? I'm doing well, Benjamin. Wolfio, yeah. Did you test the locomotive? If you did, how did it run? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the guy at the hobby shop tested it. I haven't shipped it off yet, though, so if you want to see your locomotive haul a train here on the SMT channel before I ship it off, just let me know. Trainstorm, welcome. Haven't messed around with me, trains for a bit. It's good, too. Paul Mishler, welcome. Dearest model trains. Bear Steamer SMT, how is the snow when I last spoke to him? It's gotten we've got a snowstorm going on right as we speak, actually. It's a little wild out there. Phoenix Smith, oh, okay, it's because you switched accounts. Okay, well, that's no problem. Do you have any Markland trains? I don't believe I do. Colin, welcome. Gamer Jack. My oven caught on fire, so my tablet could not stop beeping. I see. SP Productions, welcome. Rio Does Things 19, hello. Norfolk Southern, Division Rail Fans, Strattsburg 7. SMT, can you run a double header Centennial? I can't, because they're both... I wired the Canadiana one backwards, so it would just have a tug of war. SMT, have you found a big boy yet? I'm still on the market for one. But again, I'm in no hurry to find one. Frankly, it can take years as far as I'm concerned, although somebody told me that they were going to ship me a broken one as a gift, so we'll see if that turns out to be true. I'm not entirely certain, but who knows, maybe one will turn up. Strattsburg, hi SMT, please don't skip. I don't skip anybody's comments unless they're inappropriate or irrelevant, such as a chat to someone else. SMT, do you have any N-scale Kato trains? Sorry, I'm new to the channel. Yeah, I've got a couple CN locomotives. I can show you them right now, actually. Let me go find them. You should put 8 distinctive Dodge Rams on the layout for Dirty Dan. Yeah, maybe I should go buy some distinctive Dodge Rams. Yeah, this is one of... They're all pretty old Kato locomotives, but this is a Kato, and then this is like sister locomotive. It's also a Kato. So yeah, those are my Kato N scales. My son has the Lifelake GP 3,500 GP9. Okay, yeah, that's a good set. Can you run your CSX? Braden, we're running the CSX right now. It's literally on the layout, right there. Scrap Day 1, welcome. Do you like German trains? North American is really my preference. Harrison, are you still in school with all the snow? Well, the snowstorm hit on the weekend, but the thing I posted on Instagram, that's just regular Canadian snow. We don't get a snow day just because there's snow on the ground. I have 41 subscribers. Does that count for a shout out? Yes, it does. Everyone go check out O&O Productions. They're only 9 subscribers away from 50. You have a GP38-2. I'm pretty sure I do. Nathan, welcome. How are you? Where I live, it starts to snow more than December. Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, you know what? This car is starting to piss me off. I don't know why this keeps derailing. It was working perfectly the previous stream, and now it's giving me problems. So, when something gives you problems, yeah, get it out of the way. SMT, I also noticed that you now have 2 Golden Eagles. You can keep one as spares, or are you going to restore both? Well, the one that's in bad cosmetic condition, basically what I'm going to do is probably either I'll just run them as a double-headed set, or the second option is I can turn that one into a dummy engine, steal the parts off of it, and keep it as a runner. But I'm not going to bench one. Is your layout 16 feet long? Probably about that. Yeah, that sounds about right. I should get an AHM cab forward. Hey, SMT, I fixed my train. It was a Virginian Tyco for $1. Oh, good for you. Hey, Harrison, can you sing the Canadian National Anthem? Well, I know how, but I'm not going to sing it on a live stream. I don't want to get in Cringe Compilation 2016. It's not that our Canadian anthem is cringe, it's just that me singing, that's bad news for everyone, including myself. Although, if any of you guys know a certain song, years ago, the workers of GE got together and they made a music video called I Work at GE, and I don't know why, but I've been trying to find this. It's nowhere on the internet. So if any of you guys happen to find this particular music video called I Work at GE, made by workers, and you send me a copy of it, I will send you something in return. We've got a bounty for the I Work at GE video. I don't think it's anywhere on the internet, but if one of you guys out there happens to have a backup, and you can send it to me, then I'll send you something in return, okay? We have a deal? How long have you been working on your layout? I've been working on my layout since 2007, when it was very first constructed. Wow, SMT, I can send you a chat sticker for only $70. Ain't that cheap? I think super stickers go all ranges of prices, if I'm not mistaken. Mustang Boss, hello. Red and White, sorry, I just joined. Oh, that's alright. John 2618, welcome. Jaden Penn Videos, hello. I saw 4D14 Big Boy. Very cool. Matthew Geddes, I'm at 43. Can I have a shout out? Absolutely, everyone go check out Matthew Geddes. It's only away, let's see here, about seven people away. What do we mean? It's 10 or less away from milestones, which is 50 and 100. So, unfortunately, Railfront brick building your channel doesn't currently apply. Do you have any E units other than the main central? I'm pretty sure that's the only E unit I have. Trail Time, welcome. And Bergstein says, do you like German trains? I'm personally more partial to North American trains, but the Bombardier Talent, which is a German-built train, I love it. Welcome to the live stream, Trail Time. How are you? Good to see people who have been on, around this channel for so long, and they still show up to this day. Language, SMT said, and it was mild swear words on this channel. You insulted the children of America. Well, technically, I insulted that piece of rolling stock, but whatever you say. Hey, Harrison, can you sing the Canadian? Okay, I've got old comments cycling through again. Can you run the Union Pacific Centennial? Yeah, we can run that one. I'll have it pull the train. Do you have any Reading stuff? I don't think so. Hey, Harrison, we must restore the natural order of things. What the hell does that mean? Kirby Vac-Lover, welcome. Can you run the Via train? I'd like to focus more on freight trains since, we have this larger than usual freight train on the layouts. Taking it off would be tricky. I think Walters is one of the best model train builders. They make pretty good stuff. I've got a Walters train. It was one of my first locomotives, actually, and it still runs just as well as the day I got it. Braden White, SMT, do you remember me? I was the person who asked you on Instagram. Yeah, I remember you. You're always posting photos of tractors on Instagram. The late nerd, welcome. Phoenix Smith, a virus from China spread to France, Chicago, Washington, Australia, and Toronto. What do you think? Goddamn terrifying. I don't want that showing up. Although China's acting fast. My parents said back in the 2000s when the previous one came through China, they weren't clear that something was going on. They kept it a secret. So this time China's actually apparently being transparent about what's going on, so we've got a better chance at nicking it, so that should be good. I have 642 subscribers. Okay, everyone go check out Charleston Railfan Productions. They're only 8 people away from 650 subscribers. Can you run the Camelback? You keep skipping me. I'm not skipping anybody's comments, guys. I'm reading, 80 people are trying to communicate with me at once, and I'm reading this all on a cell phone. There's algorithms that pick comments. I have it set to live chat, which means it's unbiased, but if I miss anybody's comments, it's not me trying to be a jerk. It's just the comments are physically not appearing, in which case it's not my fault, or sometimes I do miss the odd comment, because there's a lot of people commenting at the same time, but I do not intentionally skip comments unless there is something bad about them. I have 299 subscribers. Could I have a shout out, please? I think it's nice that you do that. Absolutely. Yuri, Barney, Akari. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Everyone go check out their channel. They're only 1 subscriber away from 300. And Rob Bartlett says, Rob's here. Well, welcome, Rob. Ethan Amridge, can you please send your freight cars to me if that's okay? Ethan, I'm not sending you free stuff. Stop commenting. It wouldn't be fair to everybody else. Can you please run the LRC set for once? For once. SMT, you never run the LRC set for once. Can you not be a heartless maniac and run the LRCs? Yes, I'll probably run them at some point, but again, we're focusing on freight because that's what we have on the layout right now. It would be tricky to do otherwise. I'm watching on the highway, not very good FPS. Well, I appreciate you still tuning in, Trainstorm. Anyway, we're going to see the pulling capacity of this particular individual locomotive. And for some reason, it didn't start. So this locomotive belongs to Lone Wolf. They won it in the 5,000 subscriber contest. We might have to take some cars off the train. Maybe we'll do that anyway, because we need to put those Via cars on later, allegedly. And, well, we're going to need to clear some space for that. I remember the good old scrumptious model trains. Oh yes, those crazy days on the channel. The SMT days. SMT all of a sudden went unstoppable style. Can you run the Canadiana? Possibly. Lego Biker, I'm here. You have once again offended the children of America and Canada. Damn. Run the Camelback. We're trying, Lone Wolf. We got it going. We just need the Mahanos, for all the things I say they're great for, pulling capacity is not on the list. You get over about 8 cars. I mean, they were designed for train sets. They only needed to have so much pulling capacity, and that's where they last a really long time, because if you put too much load on them, they won't take it. So they have a kind of like a max capacity, so the motors are not going to get overstrained, but unfortunately, you're also not going to be pulling very long trains with them. Can you run a small steam tender engine? Hello from Mississippi. I don't have any working ones at the moment. That train's going slow. I think you should add a helper train. We just need to take some cars off. It will be fine. Max's Model Railways, how are you? Okay, I know I said 8 cars. I think this is probably late enough now, because some of those cars, like that wood car there, they're pretty heavy, so, yeah. What wire? Nolan, Cal Beck, welcome. Hey, would you be willing to restore my Mahano 210-2? Yeah, on 2 conditions. First of all, you need to pay shipping both ways to get it here and back, and second of all, I have to make it clear that if I screw up your train, I'm not liable. But if you're fine with that, then sure. SMT, can people donate to you? Well, I enabled Super Chats. I'm not trying to get free revenue, but I found out, I believe that channels that have Super Chat enabled, they perform a little bit better. So I'm not going to toggle performance just because I don't want to have that enabled. So yeah, I haven't decided if people donate Super Chats what I'm going to do with the revenue, but I'm thinking something along the lines of a rail-related charity or something like that. I don't know. Do something nice with the money. That would probably be good. SMT, do you have any tips for your N-scale layout? I'm currently working on one. I'm really not an expert in N-scale. I would probably see if there's somebody who has more expertise. I'm sure there's somebody who's much more knowledgeable in the chat about N-scale. I just don't want to give you advice on something that I don't really know much about. Why is the chat delayed? There's a lot of people commenting, and I'm trying to read as many comments as I can. Trainstorm, you must be 10 or less subscribers away from 100, 150, 200, etc. to get a shout out. Absolutely, that's the rules. Run the trolley. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, we're gonna... Okay, I think we'll try not to flog this steam engine to death here. There we go. We'll get the Centennial on, as someone requested earlier. Maria Panero, welcome to the live stream. How are you? Yeah, so what we're going to do is, first of all, I'm going to try to find the wire for the Lifelink controller, which I believe is this one right here. That way we can run the streetcar, and before we run the streetcar, I'm going to go fetch that darn old Centennial, so that way I can run it. Because the Centennial, I'm pretty confident, will have the pulling capacity to do what we want. Daniel Huck 67, welcome to the stream. How are you? Great Western Scott, hello. Lesson learned, never run 3 locos with a Bachmann DC controller. Yeah, I burned out one of those Bachmann DC controllers. They're not very tough. They really don't have much guts. They're very simple. Probably the nicest DC controllers out there, cosmetic-wise. I mean, they're so simple. But, yeah, they're not powerful controllers. Can you run those GO trains, please? Well, we'll focus on freight, and then eventually we'll kind of shift over to running passengers, because if we want to just do that right now, we'd have to pull the whole train right off the main line, and that's a lot of complication, especially considering there's probably going to be somebody who wants to run a freight train immediately afterwards, and I don't want to be hauling all those cars back out on the main line. SMT, are you in AM's Discord? I can't say. I don't know who AM is. Lexington, South Carolina, welcome. What's your nicest engine? I really couldn't say, because my preferences for engines are not based on price. With some people they are, so I don't know. Do you mean like most detailed, or... Yeah, because nicest is a little bit broad. I don't really know what I would pick, to be honest with you. Can you please run an Alco? Yeah, we can run one of those in a sec. Trainboy Productions, hello. Hexoid, hey SMT, just went to a train show today and bought a Bachmann Spectrum 482 with DCC sound for only $100. Well, good for you. Run the big blue one. Big Blue what? Can I please get a shout out? I'm at 42 subscribers. Absolutely. Everyone go check out Freight Train 777. Run a doubleheader Golden Eagle. Well, the new Golden Eagle doesn't run yet, so we need to restore that one before we can go get her operational. Filthy train stuff. Welcome. Go to Madison Train Show in Wisconsin. That's cool. Inserts cryptic message. SMT, do you have any intermodal cars? As a matter of fact, yeah, that's my only intermodal car. Can you run the runaway train, please? I'll see. Right now we got a lot of requests, and the runaway train, just like running a passenger train, would require us probably removing everything off the layout. Maybe it wouldn't, I don't know. Maybe the runaway train could pull a train. I don't think I've ever done that before. Hey, SMT, when will the next update be on the Mammoth Project? Probably within the next few weeks. I don't want to leak too much information, but stuff's been going on there. It's not vague promises now. There's physical work being done on it right now, so yeah, I would say there's probably going to be something coming along in the not-so-distant future. Anyway. Got repeat comments again. Hey, SMT, I heard that the current Canadian Prime Minister has outlawed steam excursions in Canada. Are you sure about that? That doesn't sound right. Prime Minister just deciding, oh yeah, screw steam engines. I mean, I know people high up can do some weird stuff, but that would be more of a government decision. I don't think one individual leading the country would just spontaneously decide that. That would be very unusual. Can you run both Mahano 10-wheelers on the large freight? Probably. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't think I can take any more requests for a moment here, because what happens when I get a lot of requests, I find I tend to forget, which is not something I want to do. I don't know why. Oh, I forgot to switch it over. There we go. Chico Jasco. I have to go. I'll be back later. Sounds good. F units, please. We'll see. Going to a train show with Dan. We're gonna meet up. Oh, that's good, Max. Hopefully that will go good. Hey, SMT, speaking of Discord, have you joined the example one I sent you? Well, I re-logged into my Discord not so long ago, but my opinion hasn't changed on it. It's still just, I really don't see what the fuss is about. Again, I'm gonna try to get back into it, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I just don't think Discord's my jam. You should do a speed test for all of your locos, see which one is the fastest. Well, that would probably be the Athearn RDC. That one flies. Hey, SMT, do you have a big boy? I do not. I don't have any Mario today. I'm not happy. You're Mario. I tried to restore my Bachmann 280, but unfortunately I broke it in the process. I'm really sorry to hear that. Those older Bachmann engines are not fantastic. Lone Wolf, what's your favorite locomotive/locomotives? I'll just say the Hiawatha. I don't have another answer. Alexander Nicole, welcome. Harrison, remember the time when you found me on YouTube and you were the one who suggested to build a jet train at the time of 2018? That was, yeah, Nathan, that was the early days. Me and Nathan, we go way back, but yeah, Nathan, I think we were both watching Sparky stream, and I found Nathan's channel, and I came on there, and he was doing scratch builds. And I asked Nathan, I'm like, hey, can you build the Microsoft Train Simulator jet train? And he's like, yeah, I'll try. It might take me a while, but I'll get around to it eventually. And sure enough, a few months later, he went and built it. So, the early days of SMT, joining the community. I speak from the third person once in a while. It's very normal and completely sound. SMT, did you ever know you just have over 1.5 million views? Yeah, as a matter of fact, my dad was saying he checked my views earlier this afternoon, and yeah, it was over 1.5. 1.5, I like that. And I can finally sing the Computer Friends from the Sniper Twins, and I can say 1.5 million views instead of, 1 million views. It's so much better sounding. When will you restore the Yellowstone? I have no date to restore the Yellowstone. I do want to get working on it, but time, money, and resources are all issues with that. SMT, can you show the double-decker cars? Which market are they? The double-decker cars are from Athearn, I believe. They're Go Train. That's the railroad. What's your favorite brand? I don't have one particular favorite brand. I like probably 5 different brands, all for different reasons. Athearn probably makes the most reliable. Rapido makes most innovative, like they make a lot of new releases of things that don't exist. And they make pretty high quality stuff. Walters is a good one. I like Atlas, but I don't buy too much of their stuff. There's probably one other I'm forgetting, but yeah, there's not really one in particular. SMT, the second time tuning in, missed the last one by a minute. Love your channel. After I build my new layout, I want to start a channel. SMT's, but thank you so much, Ryan Aberthanay. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I really do appreciate comments like that. Trainstorm, be sure to smash the like button, everyone. Oh yeah, again, as I always say, I don't care if you annihilate the like button, if you destroy the like button. If your thumb just rolls over it, just as long as it goes from gray to blue, you're mint. SMT, can I send you a picture of my N-scale layout? Yeah, sure. Last 6988. Welcome to the live stream. Oh, SMT, I don't know if this shows up on your screen right now. But do I have a... I don't have a Union Pacific Big Boy at the moment. Run your SP Athearn. Yeah, let's run that one. Can I get a shout out? I'm at 192, bound for 200 subscribers. Absolutely. Milwaukee area rail fan. Everyone go check out their channel. They're only 8 people away from being at 200 subscribers. And I know you guys can get them there. Okay, are you physically attached to both of them? Both of... what? What do I have 2 of that I'm attached to? What happened to the communist investment for the speeder? Oh, that happened. The speeder hasn't been constructed, but me and my train buddies, yes, we used the communist speeder funding regime, which is basically all of us. We go, you know, cut it into quarters and buy an engine for a speeder together. So we've got a Power Fist. I think it's 200cc 4-stroke. So we've got the engine for it. And we got the speeder laying abandoned on an abandoned track that hasn't seen activity since 2011. So we just need to kind of get the engine and the speeder to be like one piece. And yeah, we'll have a new speeder for spring 2020. It's probably going to be like more like fall 2020. Being optimistic, because I don't know how long it's going to take. We might not even build it. There's a lot of pies in the sky, that's what I'll say. But heck, if we can get that done, it's gonna be a fun summer. Centennial time. We just ran Centennial. We need to run this one because I want it. And because I want it is a reference to another train we're gonna be running later. It's made with gaming in mind. Ryan Fry, hey SMT, how late am I? Well, the stream started 28 minutes ago, but you can't really be late SMT channel because I don't plan these live streams. You know, if I set a specific date and I was like, hey guys, I'm going to start a stream at 8, then people could be late, but I just spontaneously, you know, start these things up. So, you know, it's if people show up late, it's not their fault. It's just because I don't plan these things. David Z to G Scale, welcome. How are you doing? Harrison, you're about 20 subscribers away from 7K. Yep, 10 more subscribers and I'll apply for my own shoutout program. Crazy. You get Nerf Cat. Nerf Cat is probably upstairs. He's laying out by the fire, having a nice time. Not that crazy cat. Maria Panaro. My real name is Julian, but I'm using my mom's account. Alright. What's your favorite train of them all? I'm just gonna say the Hiawatha. Outlawing steam, is like intruding introducing communism to a free country. It doesn't work. Oof, we've got Max with facts. Damn, that was a double dunk slam right there. I don't know if that if Steam has been outlawed in Canada, I can't say I'm gonna be very happy, but I highly doubt that they did that. I know it's tightly regulated, but I don't think they would just outlaw it. If they did outlaw it, they're really dumb, because you can get in a car and, you know, go like 100 kilometers an hour on the highway. Super dangerous, you know, one wrong move and you could be dead in a matter of seconds. But, oh, there's a steam excursion train, and even with all the boiler regulation and Canadian steam locomotive safety features, you know, it could blow up. It's like, yeah, what are the odds of that happening today? I think you'd find the staircase in your own home is more of a threat to you than Canadian steam locomotives. Hey, SMT, I changed my name from Indiana Rails 2 Productions to Southwest Limited Productions. Very cool. Rebecca Prisakari, welcome. I just checked, I don't see anything that says no steam locomotives in Canada. It doesn't sound right to me. Again, I don't see why they said the Prime Minister was the one who outlawed it. I don't see why old GAT would just decide, oh, screw steam locomotives. It just doesn't, I don't think that's true. Hey, SMT, do you have any older Athearn Amtrak cars? I've got 5 of them. P.S. Sorry if I spelled it wrong. Yeah, I've got some Athearn cars, but not too many old ones. Also love the largest Canadiana. Thank you. I've got to take that thing out to my model train club and rip around the track. I honestly can't wait, because my train club's a bit tyrannical, and I'm kind of like the outlawed guy there, because I don't have a license to drive a train, because you need a license at this club to drive a train. But I could just kind of show up there and, you know, when nobody's looking, don't ask, don't tell, and I just start running trains. And you know what? I don't even call. I just go around the layout, minding my own business, and so far I haven't gotten in any trouble over it. So, but yes, this is my new baby, and I want to take it out and run it around and see what people think, because this doesn't exist. This is the only one of its kind. Would you ever build a Lionel layout? Well, I've got a little setup on the floor, but no, I don't have enough room to build another table. Michael Ryan's son, visit Wisconsin. Oh yeah, me and my dad are probably going to be going out there spring of this year. Ken Griffin Jr., welcome. SMT, are you interested in a big boy? Because the shop I go to is a Trix Big Boy, and you seeing this channel. Yeah, I'm looking for one. But if it's a good price. Also, welcome to the channel, and welcome to the live stream, Corbin Card Games Corner. Which loco are you going to work on next? I don't know. If you guys have one in particular you want me to get around to working on, other than the Yellowstone, because that one's gonna take a long time. Yeah, I could probably work on one if there's one in particular you guys want. Can you give us a peek of the Mammoth project? Okay, well, I specifically did some adjustments so you can't see too much of what's going on, but I'm sure you'll notice one detail that looks a little off right there. So that's all I'm going to show right now, because I'm going to spoil it. I'm building that thing. It really is a labor of love, because it's a bit of a pain to build in one way, because I want to get things exactly right. So whenever I get a measurement off, even by a little bit, I'll restart an entire section I'm working on. But it's so cool seeing the, you know, my favorite building, you know, the factory, which I have so much attachment to for some reason, like a miniaturized version of it. So far, it's just so satisfying. There's another project I've been thinking about doing too, which is rebuilding my childhood the steam train that used to run in my area. First train I was ever exposed to as a kid. That would be a very costly project, but hey, I'm already building a factory of my childhood. Why don't I have the train, you know? The channel's about having fun, you know? No, this isn't realistic. Most things on here aren't. It's just about starting projects and enjoying them through, because that's the point of this hobby. Now, you guys did request for me to run the 1985 Runaway Train, so we're going to do that, and we're going to do something interesting, because today it's actually going to be hauling cars, which is not something that's really ever happened. Only 35 away from 155 viewers. Hit the like button. Thank you. I love your work, SMT. Thank you so much, Jaden Video Productions. Let's nuke the like button. Again, it doesn't matter how you activate it, just as long as you do. You can annihilate it, you can just attack it or tap it, it doesn't matter. Just as long as you get it done. Do you have new HO scale screwdrivers? Love the channel. I just buy screwdrivers from the dollar store. I don't have anything fancy. Which is partially because I'm a bit of a cheapskate. Also partially because, you know, if I'm showing people kind of how I restore things and people want to mimic me, if I have all these fancy tools, you know, some of these videos for restoring these old trains, it's something you can follow at home. It's like, I don't know a family that doesn't have, you know, a basic precision screwdriver set from the dollar store. Everybody has one of those, you know, that just have all the little screwdrivers in it, and even if they don't, they can go to their dollar store just like I did and buy one. But if I'm going out and buying all these specific parts, it's just gonna be complicated for your average person trying to restore their 1970 Tyco Spirit of 76 to follow along. So we've got two reasons. Royal Hudson pulling the Hershey chocolate train. Yeah, it's not the Royal Hudson, though. It's the HCW. Runaway Train looks awesome. Yeah, thanks. It's definitely not... Some people have built some really realistic models, but this does everything I wanted to. I wanted a model of Runaway Train, something I've wanted for years, and now I have one. Model railroading is normally about having fun. I don't understand why people don't have hobbies like this. Solve a lot of the world's problems. There's so much truth in that, Max. I also don't understand, and this is a problem I refer to some people. I don't have an issue. Some people like to buy the best of the best stuff. You know, like they'll only buy like all Rapido engines and Pico track and, you know, all the rest of it, and that's completely fine. I don't have any issue with those people. All the power to them. But there are some people out there, and they believe that that's the only way to do the hobby. And if you're buying old Lifelike stuff and using old Atlas Snaptrack, you're not a real model railroader. And first of all, there's not a clear definition of what a quote-unquote real model railroader is. So that's bullcrap. But second of all, the other thing is that, you know, I feel like these people have just forgotten that the entire point of the hobby is enjoying the hobby, you know? And if you're not enjoying the hobby, you know, if the hobby is turned into this weird, pretentious game of who can buy the most expensive stuff, your values are out of sorts, you know? Like, better off... Listen, if there's a kid who has a Lifelike train set and they love it, and then there's another person who has, you know, all top-of-the-line stuff, but they're miserable, the kid with the Lifelike train set, as far as I'm concerned, is better at the hobby than they are, because they're following the hobby for what it's made for, which is enjoying it. And yeah, that's something I heavily criticize the model railroading elitists for. Can you please help me build an N-scale layout? Well, Ethan, if you want to send me a message on Instagram and tell me what advice it is you're looking for, maybe I can help you. Your voice was so much higher in your early episodes. Yeah, well, when I started on these on YouTube, I mean, I was 15 years old, and here I am, 18. So yeah, I know I'm a bit older than I was when I began there. Matter of fact, in a few months I'm gonna be turning 19. Crazy. How did you make the damage on the nose of your locomotive? It was pretty simple. I took some tin foil and I just kind of shaped it and cut it to look like the damage on the front of the train. I took it off. I spray painted the whole piece of foil black, and then what I did was I put the foil at an angle and I sprayed white mist of paint over top of it. That way you get the effect of the snow. And then I just sort of stuffed it in there, and I put a few dabs of hot glue at low temperature. And the wonderful thing about low temperature hot glue is that it doesn't, you can peel it off really easy. Aiden, SMT, somebody said you have no, I don't have a boyfriend. Dear God. Don't swing that way, sorry. We need SMT to restore the Yellowstone. Yes, I want to restore it at some point, but all in good time. It's not gonna happen I don't have all the parts I need to even restore that. So first of all, I'm just gonna need to gather the parts, and then on top of that, I need to just get it working, which is something I don't even know if I can do. SMT, have you ever been swatted before? No, and let's hope that that doesn't happen. I don't want to get swatted. How long it took you to build? Well, I started in 2007, but it's sort of hard to say because, you know, I've rebuilt it quite a few times. It's like this layout, it's the same general shape as the original one, but it's not the same layout. In many ways, it's been renovated, is what I'm trying to say. SMT, how rare is Accurail wheat pool grain car? I really don't know, Ryan. Dan is gonna get the Tyco. Oh, okay, Dan. Hey, SMT, I just came from the Amherst train show. Lots of stuff. You're really cool, YouTube. Thank you. 7K, let's get him there. Oh, almost at 7K. Everyone's typing 7K. Are we gonna reach that? We need to pay full price for the stuff so they can sell it used. Yes, that's it, Frito. The Model Railroading Elite. That's the one advantage, is they keep all the older stuff cheap for us. Are those engines from the Alaska Railway movie? Yes, they're 1985 Runaway Train. And it was the Alaska Railroad that operated it. That's why I like buying secondhand sets. Locos gives me an opportunity to think creatively on restoring them. You have a good point about the hobby. Thank you, Nathan. I found a box of old trains in the garbage. That's what got me started as a kid. What a unique story. I don't think too many people could say that that's how they got started in the hobby, but a very interesting way. What's it like in Canada? At the moment, it's really cold. Lots of snow on the ground. And, what else? Maple syrup everywhere. The white wire looks disconnected. Be careful. What? Trainstorm says like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Oh yeah, the triple whammy for everyone. SMT, can you please do a caboose train with the double header? Yeah, we can do something like that. I still need to get around to running those passenger trains people were asking me to run earlier. Only 2 more subscribers and SMT will be at 7,000. Holy crap, we're right around the corner. Hey SMT, you're my favorite model railroad channel. Thank you so much. Would you rather work for Canadian National or Canadian Pacific? Well, traditionally I probably would have said Canadian National, but it seems lately like it's been their union going on strike and screwing everything up, and I don't want to be part of that, so maybe it would be Canadian Pacific. But the truth is, I kind of like talking about Canadian National more, because let's just say YouTube's algorithm think the initials for Canadian Pacific are something else, and it al dente's your algorithm, so it's not good. SMT, what's your Instagram? It's SMT underscore mainline. Are you getting more trains for your set? Well, if I find any. I never really plan to buy model trains. I sort of just find them and buy them. Daniel Huck. Swatted. I like it. Yeah, Dan, I'm sure that's what you would say. You did find my car on Google Maps and follow it back to my house after all. Get to your computer and pull up Social Blade. I had my computer down here. I don't know why I brought it upstairs. I shouldn't have done that. Do you have a Wisconsin Southern train? I don't know. When you come to Wisconsin, if you're new in Milwaukee, visit Southside Trains. I know the owner's prices are pretty good. I think somebody recommended that. And yeah, it is Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Trainman 4014. Oh, Michael Epizona says 7K. And Michael Ryanson says 7K. Okay, wow, Heritage you to 7K. So we did it, guys. Serenity, 7K subscribers. Wow. Thank you guys all so much. I didn't think we were going to reach that. It still says 6.98 for me. Well, now I'm not sure if we hit 7K or if people are just trolling with me. A lot of people are saying 7K. I think we did it. Harrison, I'm just curious. Was there another Harrison in the chat? Yes, there's another Unique Model Trains. His name is Harrison. So there's more than one Harrison in the community. I don't know why this just got stuck. Oh, that derailed. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hey, everybody. Good old visit from the SMT parents of the great upstairs. Are you going to make the Yellowstone from the DMIR? Yes, that's probably the railroad I'll pick. Why the heck not? I don't know, maybe looking cool in Canadian National too, I don't know. That's what inspires the company. What company? Wasn't that cold in Toronto today? No, you know, to be fair, it's been a little less cold the last couple days, but like it was minus 21, which is like minus 6 or so Celsius a couple days ago. Pretty bitter. Looks like you have 4 runaway trains pulling freight cars. Well, we did. I don't know what went wrong there. Something derailed or something, but yeah. This is weird, but I got started from my bus driver. Well, that's a unique story, too. SMT, you should make a Canadian maple syrup tank car. That's a great idea. Can you do a double header with the Hiawathas? I don't think would end very well. The River Odyssey Hiawatha really, it doesn't run flawlessly. It's like I take that thing out once in a while, and every time I do, I have to make a new repair. It's an old locomotive, and it's finicky. But yeah, I find every time I take that thing out, I'm making some sort of adjustment to it. Are you in Penn Central? It's cool, but kind of tragic. I like the paint scheme. That's what I think is cool. It's quite original, you know? I don't think too many other railroads would paint their engines all black and then just have a logo on the side. Still says 6.9 kk. Yeah, I don't know. SMT is the worst landlord. He just knocked model train house a few inches. I'm a terrible landlord. The clients hate me. I mean, luckily this woman's always outside cleaning her car, and according to you guys, she's drunk, so I guess she doesn't care, but yeah, probably not a very good landlord. Harrison, 2 weeks ago, we were celebrating 5K, and now we're celebrating 7K. Amazing job, man. Well, thank all of you guys, because You're the ones who do that. Holy crap, SMT caught the chat. Yes, I've caught up. It's crazy, I don't know how. Oh, yes, that's the Karen that dropped. I love how I mentioned that, and everybody's like, oh, yes, of course, yep, that's it. Nobody questions it. It's fantastic. I was in Wisconsin Dells, and I saw 3 trains. Sadly, I didn't record them. What's your favorite North American railroad? I suppose CN. SMT, I found a Lionel O-gauge train set for $8. Awesome. Rad Force, I've been here since you had 2.5K. I remember Rad Force. And we've even got, I don't know if Terrail Time is still in here, but Terrail Time, I believe, was one of the first 100 subscribers. It's like one of the OG subscribers. We've got a few of those. Hey, SMT, I'll send you that Canadianica boost once I get it. Oh, thank you. By the way, I'll find you a CN locomotive somewhere out of the collection that I can put in a box and ship your way. And, yeah. Okay, this train was working fine earlier. It's not now. I don't know why that thing keeps derailing, but we're gonna have to fix something up. I feel like CN is the Union Pacific of Canada. That's not really... It's a pretty accurate portrayal, I would say. Okay, I've had enough of the runaway train. It's causing problems now. It's time to pick something really mint. Hey, SMT, which North American steam locomotive is currently in operation is your favorite? Well, you know, it may sound odd because we've got so many other steam locomotives, but maybe it's 4014, which is funny because I've talked about how I feel like, you know, I don't totally get the 40. I love 4014, it's a cool engine, but you know, it's not. I don't have the same attachment to it that I think most of the people watching it do, simply because, you know, I just haven't really had anything to do with it. You know, never owned a model of it as a kid or anything like that. But there's not a lot of other steam trains out there today that I have the same one, and 4014 is cool. If the HCW still had its weird Swedish locomotive operating, that would be my favorite steam locomotive, but yeah, I guess it's 4014. It's the only one I can think of. Drunk Karen versus a Flower Pot versus Distinctive Dodge Rams versus Chuff Chuff versus Puff Puff versus Nerf Cat, the ultimate battle. I think Nerf Cat would reign overall. I mean, it's Nerf Cat. Distinctive Dodge Ram. Yeah, that's it, Michael. Rodgen Izu. Yes, we gotta get our distinctive Dodge Rams. Do you like gifts? Of course I like gifts. They're nice. Provided, you know, they're nice gifts. I don't want somebody to, you know, send a rock in the box and say it's a radio. See if any of you guys get that reference. But yeah, giving is great too, though. Mutual feeling. That's probably what I'd go on about. Can you run one of your southern units? Maybe. Whoops. Oh no, I made Hagen a moderator. Whoops. Sorry guys, I need to find if this, maybe it's a different Hagen, but if I just, okay. Yeah, sorry Hagen, I don't know if you're the same Hagen, but there's another Hagen who's a bit notorious in the community, and if you're the same one, then have you ever seen any Heritage units? Okay, you're probably not the same Hagen. Never mind. I haven't seen any. Sorry about the whole moderator fiasco. Sorry, I just read Hagen on the screen. I was like, oh crap, that's not good. SMT plus Thomas equals disaster. Yeah, that would be the blue tank engine is probably what would take down this channel. Life hack: take sandpaper and rub some of it on old rails. Boom, you have new rails. Yeah, you'll also probably remove the deoxidizing layer of the metal, but yeah, you'll resurface them. At least pick a high grit. Go Veer, go home. How are you doing? Okay, I've got a mission right now. We just hit 7K subscribers. There's at least 100 people in the chat. I want every single person watching this who is not subscribed to Go Veer, go home to go subscribe to Go Veer, go home. This is the new mission. We got Mark to 1,000 subscribers way back when. We got a whole bunch of people over milestones. Now it's Go Veer, go home. And eventually we're gonna have a 3-point plan. But for now, everyone go check out Go Veer, go home. Shout out program isn't over. Can you run a Pennsylvania engine? Well, we'll try to get the Turbo Canadiana or whatever it is going, and then we'll figure it out. And David Z to G scale says, I just added to my collection a Mark 666 steamer with a UP tender. That's really interesting. The Mark 666, if I'm not mistaken, too, is somewhat rare, right? I know it's sort of famous because of its number, but I thought those kinds were somewhat rare. Do you have a favorite dinosaur? Not really. I've never been too crazy about the dinosaur types, you know. Most kids love dinosaurs. I never got it as a kid. SMT, do you know there's a channel legitimately called Canadiana? I didn't know that. I wonder what it's about. Oh, I know why this didn't work. Oh, that's not good. Thomas isn't bad. Thomas isn't bad. The audience in YouTube's current algorithm might be. How much payout cost? I have no clue. Okay, I don't know what I did, guys. I screwed up the Canadiana. Oh. Remember the I'll never forget the SMT raids when everyone pours into someone's live stream and says, SMT, open up. Get Bachman Thomas. If I got a Bachman Thomas, that would be the end of SMT mainline. My channel will just go pop. There'd be no more comments, and that would be the end of it. I just subscribed to GVO, realized I'm not subscribed. Ha ha ha. Yes, exactly. Yeah, well, we'll try to get GVO to about 900 or so, and then once we're there, I can make a video at some point when I have the time, and I'll put a shout out at the front, and we'll pull it off just like we did in the good old days. Yeah, the good old days being whatever 2018. What's the worst brand you ever own? Bachman. I should have more shame in saying that, because I do have some Bachman locomotives that have been pretty reliable, but most of them not so much. I mean, I'd say Tycos are probably less reliable, but most of my Tyco engines are 40 years old, 50 years old, some of them, so I'll cut them slack, you know? But if I buy a Bachman engine that was made in like 2008 or 2010 and it's broken, yeah, that's just bad manufacturing. I was going to send a super chat, but I only have 23 cents in my account. Yeah, again, I just set up super chats as a channel performance booster, but I don't have any particular plan at the moment. And you get a DC. No, I don't want to get a DCC, Thomas. That would trash my channel. You should go to the train show in Atlanta, Georgia, March 14th. Even if SMT got a Thomas, I would still watch his videos. Well, the concern isn't people would see a Thomas on my channel and stop watching videos. My concern is that, you know, let's just say the new authority figures would show up and then they would, you know, see I've got particular blue steam locomotive on my channel and they wouldn't be so happy, and then I'd have problems. I'm GVO's 899th subscriber. Wow, see, everybody's doing it. Together, we'll get it done. SMT, recreate a film that has a train in it. Well, I'm hoping, and I can't make any promises on this, but I'm hoping, think about this. Summer 2018, Runaway Train, in 1986 in HO scale. You know the movie that, Tough Guys? It's got the daylight in it. How cool would that be? Actually, I bought the Tough Guys movie just a few days ago. SMT, do you get paid on YouTube? Yes, I have AdSense. I have my own railroad called the Moxie Corp Railway. Moxie Corp is the way America soda made New England. Oh yeah, I've tried Moxie soda. It's good. Parents have a place in either Kennebunk or Kennebunkport. I don't know which, but the signs for Moxie soda are everywhere there. And go to the Seashore Trolley Museum, and they've got the vintage Moxie ads everywhere. It's great. You should hydro dip a locomotive shell. I don't know how to hydro dip. I've seen videos of it, but yeah, no clue. Can you add the Centennial with the Canadiana? No, because they go to different directions. Hey SMT, my switcher engine blew up, and now it blew up. SMT, could I send a tender? I've tried to custom paint the Louisville Nashville paint scheme. I'm really not an expert on custom painting. Raphael plays Kappa. Yes, that coincidentally is home running trains. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by Moose's Workshop. SMT, do you have like Hornby? Get an E2 tank. An SJE E2? Yes. This is what I'm thinking, everyone. February of this year, I cough up a large sum of money and I buy my dream locomotive, which is the train that used to run where I lived. But I'm not sure if I want to take the financial burden of it, because it's going to be a very, probably my most costly project I've ever done. So I'm not sure if I want to take it on. But at the same time, it's the train I've had around the area for so long. Would the same algorithm happen with the Polar Express? I've never thought of that, actually. That's a very good possibility. I should try to recreate the Unstoppable train. Yeah, I already have the daylight locomotive, and Unstoppable was a great movie, but I feel like trying to capture it would be a lot more difficult. I don't know, for some reason the idea of recreating Tough Guys, the train scene from that, I don't know, it turns my crank more. Well, so that might be the Daylight's last run, which that'd be pretty ironic if the Daylight bit the dust while I was filming Tough Guys, because if you guys have seen Tough Guys, the train's doing its final run. But that might be a good last hurrah for it if it does, because I don't know how much longer my Bachmann Daylight's gonna go on for. I'm never gonna throw it out or anything like that. It'll probably become a display piece or something like that, but it's really not in good shape. I also don't get why people always say it's wrong to rave. What? SMT, check your... It's running low, yeah. That's another thing that needs to be upgraded. I want to get a new iPhone. That way I can not have battery issues. Because as much as I love the 6S, it's a great phone. It's... I had it charging before I did the live stream. I had it up to 50%, and literally within the first, I don't know, 10 minutes of doing the live stream, pop, down to 20%. The 30% battery go in that time. It doesn't burn battery that quickly, unless something is not working very well, and I don't think the battery is storing power like it once did. The train shows in Atlanta, there's always a guy who has a new daylight. Well, I think buying a Lionel daylight, that might be kind of cool, but I don't want to buy another Bachmann daylight. I feel like I've fallen for that trick before. This is my second Bachmann daylight. Now this one's got engine problems. Oh, my grandparents have joined in. Welcome. N scale. Double-headed Tycho GG. Those wouldn't work well either. At least 50% last over 1 hour. Yeah, I know. It's just not operating very well. The old Lionel daylight has plastic gears. Yeah, I know. The Lionel daylights are pretty similar mechanically, but it's not really about the quality of parts. It's how they were put in, which is something you can always say. Lifelike and Bachmann basically had the exact same drivetrain in the 80s, but the Lifelikes have lasted longer. It's not because they put better parts in, it's because they designed them better, and as a result, they last longer. Ah, good old water. Okay, looks like a lot of people are spamming up the chat at the moment. There's one in Ontario, but it's far away unless you want to... What? Let's try our luck with the Acela. Hell yeah, man, let's do it. We've got the train off the main line. I think it's time to tear around the layout a bit. I've never regretted doing this before. No, we won't go too wild with this thing. We all remember what happened last time. Trainstorm, hello, Mr. and Mrs. SMT grandparents. What are 3 tips on building an N-scale layout? Well, I don't have a lot of expertise in building an N-scale layout. I could give you probably the same expertise I use for building an HO layout, which I think could apply, which is, first of all, make a design you really, really like, and to find what you want, go through train-related media, you know, books, videos, whatever the heck you want, and you make a list of everything you want, and then once you've got that list, sort out what you can build, figure out what your priorities are, and then what I've done with my layouts is I build them in sections. SMT, will you be going to the Kingston show in March? Funny you say that, Chris. Back in December when I was at Larkspur Line train store, these 2 gentlemen approached me and they said that they had seen my videos on YouTube and your videos as well as Mark's videos, so they knew all 3 of our channels, and they asked if I was going there, and they had told me that they were disappointed that last show they didn't see you, me, Chris, or Mark there. So you, me, Chris, or Mark, I mean you, Mark, and me there. They hadn't seen us there, so they weren't happy about that. So I very well might. Have you seen a video called Real Runaway Train? Apparently 2 grain cars derailed. You can hear some radio chatter. Yes, I have seen that. If you have good headphones on, you can hear that pretty clearly. You should probably bless the Acela before using it. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've got to get some crystals down here for some spiritualistic stuff to scare whatever's inside the Acela out of it. Jesus candle, I don't know. Everyone cover your eyes. The crash might be disturbing. Whoa. I'm not gonna crash the Acela a second time. This is a super safe train. And as you guys all know, no accidents ever happen on this channel. This definitely wasn't the answer I expected. I thought you would say something else to the Acela. It's because it's trouble. SMT, are you an anti-vaxxer? Oh no, not this crap again. SMT doesn't share his political views too much. See, I'm talking from the third person again. So what you need to do to root around for them is accuse SMT of being some part of a political group, and then you get the answers out of that. Anti-vaxxer. I'm an anti-vaxxer, definitely a flat earther, no joke, 100% legit. Put a promise logo on that too, yes. No sarcasm. No scam. Sorry for spamming. Okay. Steam Fanatic, welcome. Say that your past self when you dropped an engine on your foot. I haven't dropped an engine on my foot in my recent memory. Did you fix the Conrail that had the motor burn up on camera? I open it. SMT, you admitted it. I'm gonna tell everyone. Okay, Phoenix. Good luck with that. Go VR, go home. Fortnite. I think the chat, you could say, is coming off the rails, which is the opposite of what my Acela is doing. To all anti-vaxxers, flat earthers, and Titanic switch people, you have meetings that have been to Tuesdays at 3 p.m. Meetings? JMHS, what's up? I don't know, the chat went a little crazy. It's a little wild. May you display your suit of medieval armor to our visible receptor. Oh yes, of course, my Knight of Iron suit. You see, guys, sometimes I'm always a bit concerned, you know, that we might get a bit of a loony subscriber who decides, hey, I'm gonna, find out where SMT lives by finding his car on Google Maps and then, show up. So I need to protect myself, and what I have here is a suit of iron armor, and I get inside this actually, and you can see I've either got the battle axe option or the iron sword, both very good. And yeah, I go outside and I defend my residence, and Nerf Cat comes out with me, and it's you feel very safe, I have to say, inside one of those. Do you want to go to a flea market in Ontario? Maybe so. SMT, do you know what Chuggington is? Yeah, I know what Chuggington is, but by the time Chuggington was kind of being released, I was a bit too old for it. When you come to Australia, I don't have any plans to in the near future, but at some point in my life, I wanna visit the land down under. I heard Canada is sending firefighters to Australia to help fight fires. If that's true, mint work, Canada. I'm really happy to hear that. SMT, I shall return when I get back from a short break in the shower. Okay. Going off the rails like a crazy train. Oh, yeah. And Nathan Nelson has the title for my video. It says, coming out as an anti-vaxxer, not clickbait, and then in brackets, emotional. Some of the people who watch these videos, they really do get the memes right. Which is better, Roblox or Minecraft? Well, to be fair, I've never actually played Roblox, but my preference would probably be Minecraft. I've been playing Minecraft since, like, 2011. I'm an ancient Minecrafter. SMT, you should meet me at the Wheaton, Illinois train show. It's the first Saturday of each month. try 5 more every time would be awesome to meet you. Yeah, there are train shows across America I'd love to go to, but can't at the moment, except in interesting circumstances. Ryan Fry, yes, the firefighters thing is true. That's really good. There's always a flea market indoors and outdoors. When you go outdoors, there's a rail yard right next to it. Get a Bachman Wilson from Chuggington. That would be about as safe as probably getting the Bachman blue tank engine. Did you run the Go train? Yeah, we haven't run the Go train yet. I want to start an HO scale train collection. Any tips on how to get started? If you're gonna get started and you want to buy used stuff, I would suggest trying to go to train shows and obviously buy things if the person who's selling you the item can test it. Only buy it if it runs pretty well, because if you're just starting off, you don't want to get. There are certain items that people at train shows will try to sell way overpriced, like split chassis Bachmann steam engines. So yeah, buy engines that run and don't buy them for much if you're just starting off. That would be my suggestion if you're trying to start off on a budget. If you're just trying to start up in general, yeah, go to train stores and stuff like that. You'll find them. Have you liked and subscribed? If not, get on that. Have you heard the thing that will happen with CN in Ottawa? No, I haven't heard about anything with CN in Ottawa. What's the news on that Train Fan 100? I'm really curious. No accidents ever happen here. Flashback to the time the Conrail caught fire, the Acela flying off the layout, the 2 steam locomotives falling off, the nail almost setting your track on fire. Yeah, just a few little details. Those are just bumps in the road, though. Your rail cam. Rail fan? You forgot about the trolley. You said I ran the trolley like 10 minutes ago. See, the trolley, in the starting of the live stream, the trolley was there. It moved there under its own power. It went up and down the line. I did not follow through with my promise on that. Ransoms 22, how are you? I'm well, how are you? SMT, what are your thoughts on Joe? I probably shouldn't answer that, because the only Joes I can think of, and I can think of a few Joes, they're all political figures, and I don't want to get into politics, so I'm going to stay out of that one. Get a CSX SD40-2. That would be cool. You forgot about the... Oh, dear God. Do you like anything historical? I love tons of historical things. There's so many great historical artifacts out there. I want to get involved in more historical artifacts. The local science museum, I actually had somebody reach out to me, and they said that they want to bring me on a tour, and maybe I can become a volunteer there, and I can start working with real trains. Hey, SMT, if your house was on fire, what loco would you grab? Okay, so if the question was the house was on fire and I also had no choice but to grab a locomotive, probably the Hiawatha, if I'm honest. I mean, really, I'd probably just throw it on the shelf and try to just take the whole shelf out. Frankly, I'll get the strength right there and then to do it if that's what's needed. Get a used Tyco set; they'll get you hooked into the hobby. The used Tyco sets are a lot of fun, and if you're patient, they can be good, but I don't know if I'd recommend them necessarily for a beginner, because they are not the easiest things to set up, especially if they're not in very good condition. So if you can buy them at a really good price, go for it, but if for someone just starting off, I would go with old Atherton Blue Box stuff. The there's a train show, Minneapolis Convention Center, February 1st. I identify as a BL2. How about you? Yes. SMT, you just fell into a trap. Yeah, I get that impression too, although technically I didn't, because I said I was going to stay away from that comment because it could be have political ties. But I see it was nothing to do with politics. It was just to do with lowball humor. SMT, based on the armor you have in Dungeons and Dragons. I played Dungeons and Dragons way back in the day with my buds there. I can't say I really got into it that much. I couldn't connect with my inner Dungeons and Dragons nerd. Just never happened. It was more just fun getting to go over and eat popcorn. Sit around a table for 2.5 hours. SMT, have you seen Friday the 13th? I can't say I have. I'm off as the Cheeto of the railway. Yeah. SMT, if you're ever going to work with real trains, I would not recommend working for Amtrak driving the Acela. Why would you say a thing like that, Steam Fanatic? As you know, I've driven my model Acela very responsibly, and I've had a track record of only one possibly major fatal accident. Congrats on the big 5,000 subscribers, by the way. So thank you so much, Govia. We actually just hit 7 tonight, but yeah, it's been a wild ride. I don't know where this came from. Unless, maybe it's part of this whole ensemble. Who knows? Either way. Do you like Star Trek? I saw Star Trek when I was a bit more of a youngin'. Haven't seen it much since then. Best political stance is to be Swiss being neutral for the past 100 years. Yes, let's go with that. This is the Apolitical SMT channel. Hey, you know what's funny? Is that I'm in Canada and we say A, so I could say it's the Apolitical channel. That's how I'll go about it. It's apolitical, eh? Yeah. SMT, why the lack of comment reading from me? Are you missing my comments? Do you have your stream set to top chat? Pretty sure I have it set. Yeah, I've got it set to live chat. I'm sorry if I've been missing your comments, Max, but I promise it's nothing to do with your particular comments, because I doubt you're punching anything unsavory in. Yeah, SMT, have you ever heard of a company called Patra? I just bought a passenger car. That name rings a bell. I think I have. Are they a German company? Steam Fanatic, any movies, any good movies you would recommend? I've got a list of probably my 5 favorite movies. Okay, I'm gonna say, for train movies, the best ones, so there's not a lot of train movies. Runaway Train's a really good one. Tough Guys, I've seen the whole movie now, I can say it's pretty good. Unstoppable's pretty good, so Silver Streak, it's got its moments, but that one was not my favorite out of the bunch. I would probably say the other three. So that's train movies. And then my favorite movies in general are number one is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the 2005 version. Second one would probably be Team America. The third one would be The Italian Job from 1969. What's fourth? I forgot what some of my favorite movies are, guys. This is not good. I've really dropped the ball. Hey SMT, what do you think of the movies Hive Toy Trains? Weren't those more just skits? The original I like the original Star Wars trilogy. It's definitely not one of my favorite series. Well, it's probably one of my favorite series, but it's not one of my I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite movies. I liked Bohemian Rhapsody that came out. That was a pretty good one. Yesterday, that was a good movie too. I liked that one. Oh my god, the Italian... Yeah, no, the 19... I haven't seen the new Italian Job, but the 60s Italian Job, I got quite a kick out of that one. I thought it was a fun movie. Didn't like the remake of the Italian Job. I don't know, I haven't seen the remake of the Italian Job. I've just seen the original. I think it's time to go overdrive. Sorry, hit send right as you mentioned it. Oh. SMT is Rail Power 1300, a good controller. Let me get this train around and I'll tell you about that. There are some things you should know about it. So this is basically the exact controller you're talking about. I've had one for years and I never had any problems with it. It was a great little controller. But Rapido and I believe what was the other one? It might have been Broadway Limited. Locomotives that have circuit boards apparently are at high risk of being fried by the Rail Power 1300 series. So that goes from the 1300 to the 1370. They're apparently notorious for voltage spikes, so if one happens, it can fry the board. So that's a main thing. But if you're just running old DC locomotives, like old Lifelikes, Tycos, stuff like that, basically anything that doesn't have any fancy circuitry that can get destroyed, and you're just looking for a good controller, it will get the job done fine. But I would never use it with anything too fancy, otherwise you might, your locomotive might be getting trashed. Rock Island. What are people going on about? They should have called it the American Job. America really didn't have much to do. I guess if you're talking about the new one, Max, yeah, maybe that would make sense. I think it does take place in America, doesn't it? I don't know, I haven't seen it. I saw the trailer for it. Have you heard about the song called All Stars? You're talking about All Star by Smash Mouth? SMT, what railroad does Dwayne Johnson work for? Yeah, refresh my memory on who Dwayne Johnson is. The name rings a bell, but I don't know who they are. Maybe I shouldn't have asked that. Who knows? Maybe they're a controversial figure. I don't know. Someone just made a joke about Dwayne Johnson working for The Rock. I think I'm really I'm pulling a whoosh right now. The joke's going right over my head because I don't know what media people are talking about. Oh, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Okay, I get it. Sorry. Okay, Jesus, I know who that is. The Rock. Okay, that's a really good. That's the so far the joke of this decade is Dwayne Johnson working for The Rock. Very good. Very good. Clap, clap, clap. If it's not approved by the original Top Gear trio, it must be pretty bad. Dwayne Johnson used to be the wrestler and now actor. R/whoosh. Okay, no, I confessed up to it. I know I did the whoosh. Caught me off guard for a bit because most people who talk about The Rock refer to The Rock as The Rock. So that's why I recognized the name, but couldn't pin it to anyone. I'm gonna go get myself another glass of water. Please stand by, everyone. Somebody once told me, the world's gonna woe me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. Yeah, it's like that sometimes, you know? You don't want to be looking very dumb with a finger in your thumb and the shape of an L on your forehead. Great 2015 memes. Jeopardy thinking music plays. How old are trains? I don't know. Run the Kool-Aid train. Okay, guys, ready to see a train at high speeds here? Okay, here we go. We're gonna go overdrive now. I think it's going on 2 wheels in the corner. So guys, I'm gonna try to get some. Let me move this house out of the way. That way you guys can see the locomotive tilting on 2 wheels around the corners. Okay, here, I'm gonna try to capture this. See, I don't wanna go blindly that fast around the other corner there. Okay, here comes the train at top speed. Here we go. I mean, you see the sparking. It must be going around, you know. Well, I guess it would be 4 wheels, but each truck would be 2 wheels. It's gotta be. Deja vu. It's been set to ludicrous speed. Yeah, yeah, that's got a lot of energy in it. Yeah, you've got light speed, ridiculous speed, and then right here, that's ludicrous speed. Here, we'll do it in series. So first, you know, we're gonna get Lone Star, and then Lone Star leaves, and wait, where are they? And then we need to go straight to ludicrous speed. So first it gears up. There we go. There's light speed. Okay, now we're at ridiculous speed, and waiting, a bit of shaking, you know, and then finally ludicrous speed. Oh yeah, you can see it loses power. That's how much it's tilting. Here, watch. You see the light go right out. I wasn't going fast enough that time. Okay, Dark Helmet. Okay, here we go, guys. Overdrive. You see it there? Just for a little second, the light flicks off because it loses power. It's gonna, what was I gonna say there? Lost my train of thought. Yes, this is what I was gonna say. I don't know why, but the old Athearn Blue Box engines tilting on the corner reminds me of the scene from Blues Brothers. You know, where they're getting away, where they're evading the police and they're speeding around that mall, and they've got these old cars from the 1970s, and they're like tilting on the corners. This is like the same thing, you know, big old locomotives, and they're just like tilting like that. Sick. You lost your train of thought. Ha 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 ha, comedy. That's it. John Cena is a way dead meme. Yeah, John Cena, that was old by like 2016. You guys are way off the track. No kidding. Anyway, we're gonna run two diesels because somebody requested I run Dr. Kool-Aid. We're gonna run more than just one special locomotive. What about the opening scene of Police Academy? I haven't seen Police Academy, but there's some. It might. I don't know. It might be a bit too controversial for the SMT channel. Maybe. I don't know. Have you ever heard of copper tape for layout lighting? Just found. I haven't heard about that. No. So since we're running both of these engines, what you do have to do is you have to put on that song from the 70s called More, More, More. Made by, you know, the lady there. I don't know what her name is. Just search up More, 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 like 1970. You'll probably find it. Anyway, here we go. Na, na, na. Oh, we got lag. Do the SMT excursion. What I need to do is have a camera I can connect. Yeah. Oh. What was I gonna say here? I need to have a camera that streams to a computer, and then I need to share my screen during a live stream on my computer, and you guys could have specialized tours of the layout by rail. Cats, am I right? Hey, what's poppin'? Nothing much. We're just running some HO scale trains live and talking about various subjects. And we're about to catch the Via train. It's coming right through, followed by the Telus locomotive. Oh yeah, look at this. Rail fanning 101. Time to make some lighthearted mocking of rail fanning channels. So here we are, guys, on the Northern 55 sub between Dunderdale and 57, waiting for Via number 759 to approach. Here it is approaching, with the DPU being Telus number 769. Here they are pulling into the station. He's about to slip into railfan voice. Here we see, I don't even know what the numbers of these trains are. The Kool-Aid locomotive about to leave the station with its main DPU unit, 769. Here, I'll do a zoom out to create effect for my rail fanning videos. Wow! And that was rail fanning with SMT. Hey SMT, have you ever thought of connecting the streetcar track and doing street running trains? If I could. Hey Harrison, if one of your controllers breaks, do you have the skills to fix it? I do not. Oh, my Kool-Aid boy is here. That's right, Max. I think a DPO is a locomotive that runs between in a consist. Yeah, I'm just doing mockery though. SMT, have you ever seen of Chadwick Model Railways videos? Yes, I really like Chadwick's videos. Oh yeah. Ethan Armitage, can I have a shout out? Well, do you apply for the shout out program? SMT. Do the SMT excursion. I'm the one watching my Railroad Club right now. No one has said anything. I need one of those. Yeah, I thought you had one, Chris. One of them's making a bit of an odd noise, I just noticed. Well, rail fanning is not so good from this angle. What got you interested in the train hobby? When I was a youngster, I really liked trains, and my dad had a model railroad as a kid, and one night he took me to my grandparents' house where he had all of his old trains, and he took them out of the boxes, and I was blown away. And that was in, I think, November of 2006. So later for Christmas, I asked for a train set. My parents got me a Lifelike set along with a few locomotives, and I had one of my dad's old locomotives. That's how I got into the hobby. SMT, I have CBC and green red paint. Oh, I see. Do a foam or rail fanning video. Well, I think that's what it was, unless I didn't give a excited enough reaction. Oh my god, it's the Kool-Aid train, and it's being followed by the Telus unit. What are the odds? This was a great day to come out rail fanning. Wow. That's me being a foamer at my max right there. The layout doesn't look half bad from this height, I think, you know? If we could just get everybody to be about 3 feet tall, they wouldn't notice any of the things that are wrong, and they'd be like, wow, look at all these nice buildings. Here, I think I need to switch up my, please, I'm begging, I'm trying to quote everything I can from Spaceballs. I don't even know if I've seen the whole movie. I saw a lot of it from somewhere. Oh, for the second part of rail fanning. Looks great from that point of view. I think it probably looked better from the other spot. I can't say it looks too great from this one. Yeah, I think I like the other spot better. Some of your track level shots are quite good. Yeah, that area I think is okay for that. So I'm just gonna move back there, but this time I'm gonna bring something to make my day awesome. A Laziness 500. Can you run the big Berkshire? Yeah, we can probably run that one in a minute. Here, I'll just put this right there. Okay, yeah, look, now we've got some really steady shots for rail fanning. Can you run a CN train? Maybe so. You hit 18 and now you feel old. Yes, yes.
Who's coming?
Oh, I think Nerf Cat's coming. Cat! Okay, Nerf Cat might be coming for a visit. Let's see here. Oh yeah, look who it is. Nerf Cat. Hey, Nerf Cat. Cat. Yeah.
The team can congratulate you.
Aw.
I see you running a doubleheader.
Yeah.
Cool. Everybody says congratulations.
Go over here, go home. Lol, to be 18 again. Nerf Cat playing King Kong on the way out. SMT. What was the train you wanted as... What was the train you wanted as a young lad? A Via P42. I wanted one desperately, and they were really rare back then. My parents looked everywhere, and then they got me one, I think for my 10th birthday. Spaceballs, the parody scene of Climbing with Aliens, Warner Brothers cartoon, Michigan J. Frog. Hello, my... Oh, yeah. The ludicrous speed scene, though. I mean, that was pretty legendary. JD Vlogs, SMT, you just hit 7,000 subscribers. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Can you run the Go Transit in the back? Oh, that's a good idea. We can finally run a whole train. So, first thing we're gonna do... I'm gonna see if I can... plug this little number in without leaving my chair. So now I've got an electrified switch. The go-karts are probably derailed, so I don't think this is gonna work, but we're gonna try it anyway. So we're just gonna bring this up to there. Switch that. Yep, can't be that lazy. I'm gonna have to get out of my chair for this portion. Once I get my reptiles switched around a decent camera, I think I'll do some top-down time lapses of building. Now you have to do another giveaway. I haven't even got the item shipped out for my first giveaway there. Have you seen Norfolk Southern Heritage Unit? No, the only Heritage Unit I've seen is 7012 from Canadian Pacific. Where's your hair dryer? I don't know, over there or something? I really don't get this whole trying to turn a hair dryer into my meme. It's like, I think it's supposed to be some sort of a mediocre insult about me drying my hair, which, you know, I don't know why I'd own a hair dryer, because, you know, you can just get a towel and, you know, you're mint. But furthermore, if somebody's, you know, trying to poke fun of me for owning a hair dryer, why in the hell would I keep it in my basement? Oh, because, you know, you walk all the way downstairs from your bathroom when you need to brush your teeth. That way you can hang out in the basement for a moment. That makes sense. I'm back. Why is he called Nerf Cat? I was walking around, it was either a Walmart or a Target. I can't remember which. And, I was in the pet supply section, and they had a whole bunch of Nerf products. Like a Nerf Frisbee and a Nerf ball, I guess, so you could play with your dog. I was like, you know, can you imagine if they made a product for cats? That'd be, it wouldn't sell very well. And thus Nerf Cat was born. You can use a blow dryer and heat shrink tubing. Yeah, or my personal favorite use, if you don't want to sit around and watch paint dry, you just take a dryer and it gets done within like a few minutes. It's fantastic. Otherwise, when building a certain factory, I would have to paint something and then stop, wait an hour, and then start back up again. But you take a hairdryer, put it on a high enough heat setting, you can get it dry within like, yeah, minutes. Ethan, I'm not sending you any free stuff. Stop commenting that. What type of tractor do you have in your layout? I think it's a John Deere. Might be unmarked, I don't know. I'm not sure how high resolution this is gonna be here. Oh wait, here, let me see. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but that does say John Deere on it. That woman does not look at all terrifying. She's not even holding onto the wheel, just like, look, ma, no hands. It looks like a John Deere 4020 diesel. Oh yeah, it's a diesel. Because, you know, everyone's driving around those gasoline tractors. Not those gasoline tractors. They're so common, you know. Personally, I don't like diesel tractors. I want a kerosene tractor. We're in Canada. You can't use diesel fuel. It will turn to gel. Okay, so the GO train is going to operate backwards because it keeps uncoupling. It's definitely John Deere green. Now, I want to rest. No, it won't. I was hoping the wheels could kind of either fit inside or outside the rails, but unfortunately they sit right on top of it. So... Oh, no, I was wrong. Look at that. Okay, guys. Here we go. Don't worry, the coupler on the go-karts is already wrecked, so this can't end badly. Okay, so what I said earlier about this not being able to end badly, that turned out not to be the way. This could make a very good clickbait for a video in the future. Well, I'll have to keep this scene of the live stream noted. I could just title it something crazy like, "Don't drive your John Deere 420 4020 on the train tracks. This could happen to you." He rode Billy Rob, loves Charlene. The whole town said fools should have used red. SMT, have you been in Cali? You just want to know if you... Yes, I have. Know what you need is a vaporization powered tractor. Ooh, yeah. We don't need any kerosene. Okay, so what we've got here is a GM product, pre-2009 bailout. That's why it looks good. And we're going to be putting it against some coaches of slightly more modern day, because that's what the budget called for. And here we go. Oh, wow. Alright, so we've got another upgrade. This appears to be a second Chevy product of some kind. Not a distinctive Dodge Ram, because it's not a Dodge product, you know. And we got it set up on the track here. I think the Go coaches might have just spontaneously derailed. We'll see though, they might just derail themselves. It got wrapped around a tree like it was a toy. 10 out of 10 creativity on that comment, folks. Okay, here we go. What do you guys think's gonna happen? This could be pretty crazy. If you can't dodge it, ram it. That's it. That could be Dodge's whole advertisement right there. You're stupid. Oh wow, that's a good insult. I'm pretty offended. And what we have here is, I believe, another GM product. I don't know why I have so many Chevys on my layout, but whatever the case is, this is your typical, you know, you want to drive around town like a lunatic. Car right here. It's orange. It's kind of like a General Lee knockoff. When will your next video be restoring a broken train? I don't know, to be honest with you. This would be a neat slow-mo. Oh, yeah, wow, that was crazy. Look, it's still going. Wow. Oh. Well, that ruined my day quick enough. I wonder if I change the direction, if the cars will pop back on the track. Well, sort of. Okay, let's run the train the other way. And then there was trouble. Yep, that's it. Okay, so we have to re-rail this set of wheels. And that one. Let's see, what's your favorite steam locomotive? Milwaukee Road, Hiawatha. Alright, so that didn't go very well. So now we're going to try something else. Why dodge it when you can ram it? Proceeds to ram. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Lone Wolf. That's no, I'm not reading that. 17, do you like diesel or steam? I like both. Okay, folks, so what we got right here is a. This almost looks like some sort of Mini Cooper in a way. Morris 1100. Made in England. This is Virtual Railfan. Yeah, this is the scene in Virtual Railfan when you know the drunk driver. Here, I'll recreate the scene. You guys know it. If you watch enough Virtual Railfan, or at least watch the replays, you see it's like 10 o'clock at night. Let me simulate that. And the drunks are all coming right home from the bar, and you know they're kind of just going along like this, and then one of them's like, "Oh, I need to turn right on a red. Here we go. Whoops, got my car stuck on the track here." And then they get out and they don't know what to do. You know, it's not a good situation. So they're out of their car and just sitting, and everyone's on the virtual rail fan as they do. And sure enough, you know, the nightly commuter rail is coming along as it is right now. And everyone's watching on the virtual rail fan, and they can't believe this. Like, this is just crazy. Okay, no, that was not supposed to happen. I'm sure you guys get the picture. Go Veer, go home. Back to work. Have a great night. Oh, have a great night, Chris. I'm posting that cursed comment on Reddit for some karma. No. That's bad news. I guess that's why they call it a cursed comment, though. Your new exhibit, drunk drivers. Yes, exactly. See, guys, you know, you might think that that's not a very good joke, but this is actually a it's a PSA for the youngsters watching. You know, why not to drunk drive? You don't want to be that person. Does the tram work? Yes. Here, I'll creep it right up, kind of to here, and then you can see it goes the other way. It's also got the kind of off-roading capability where if I want to kind of like drive up there, I can. I can hear the coaches derailing right as we speak. And there they re-rail themselves. Why Dodge, can you... Put the potted plant on the tracks with the drunk lady. Okay, so, here's the potted plant. And we can't put the drunk lady on the track. That's too violent for the SMT channel, so she'll just be kind of up there near the scenery. And, well, now we wait to see what happens here. What does it take to kill a GO train? Well, we'll find out soon enough. For anyone who wasn't here, this potted plant happened to derail 210-2. So we know it's capable of that. SMT does have random stuff and other stories. Yeah. Quite possibly. Anyway, here we go. So, where did the potted plant go? So, this is what we learned today. The potted plant can derail a 210-2. It cannot apparently derail some go-cars. The pot plant went under the train. I think it just, the plow booted it off the track. It's a little bit of late night gardening, as I would say. Ha ha ha. Nope, not that violent, guys. You think I'm that sick? There's a trick. What is it, Sammy RBLX? How to garden in Russia gone wrong. Really? Have you ever swore in your life? Yes, I've never sworn in my real life. I don't swear. I'm super good. I don't swear on my live streams. Yes, yeah, very, very, very family friendly for sure, yes. Rail fanning in Canada gone wrong. He hasn't cursed yet on the live stream. Yeah, let's go with that. I'm pretty sure I said some mild. Well, I don't know if it was a curse word. It might have just been you know inappropriate word. Yeah, let's go with that. SMT is a good little Christian boy. Yes, that's it. Favorite movie? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, 2005. I think it's actually called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Very similar movie, but they're not the same thing. The John Deere 4020 was one of the most popular tractors. SMT, are you going to extend the trolley line? Well, we got it working now, at least. There's tracks at each end. I would extend it longer, but I need to figure out a way to cross a curved piece of track, which wouldn't be easy. Does anyone have experience with all red metal Rapido trains, with the German ones? Can't say I do. Trolley crashed into the main line. I don't know if it would jump high enough to get on the track. I'm sure the front of it would. Oh wow, it can. Oh, no. Train versus tram, not clickbait. Yep, no clickbait on the SMT channel. We're gonna try something a bit different against the train. This is a piece of lens. You know the villain from The Matrix, and they all have their glasses from the 90s? This is actually a real piece of one of the lenses from that movie. Anyway, as we all know, The Matrix was very popular, and it was from the 90s, so that should give it at least 10% more points. So we're gonna see if it's capable of derailing this suburban train. Rail thing in Hawaii, train falling underwater gone wrong. Wow, that was cool. Like, flew all the way out there. Okay. Okay, we're gonna see if we can recapture what just happened there, but from a view which people could see a little easier. So we have here, it's under tension there, so what should happen, it should just fly right up. SMT, what's your dad's favorite train? I don't know, to be honest with you. Probably something like an AC 4400 of some kind. Hi, y'all. Lots of new watchers watching this evening. Yes, definitely so, Moose's Workshop. You've caused confusion and delay, SMT. Yep, and we're gonna do it again. Rest in peace, Let's. Ow, my eye! Hope you have your safety goggles on. Yeah, no, we don't have much of those. Brief moment. Don't mess up your track. It won't. Some tears. There we go. There's the upgraded Matrix 1990s glasses. I think this side's the problem. Now it's just starting to grind my gears. I broke it. You've been live for 2 hours and 10 minutes. Yes, and what a time it's been. Run your fastest train. Make sure there's no residue on your track. Well, this won't leave residue. Hi, oh, well, what? J-Train, you've been here for a few minutes. He put it up when his grandmother ran her Hiawatha. Can we see another section of the layout? Maybe. I might wrap up the stream quite soon, if I'm honest. The thing is that this is the best section for a couple of reasons. First of all, got power right here, so I can just plug my phone directly in. But also, now that I have plexiglass up, it's not as easy just to put my phone up wherever I want it. Do you have the Milwaukee Road? Yes, I've got the Milwaukee Road Hiawatha. And one passenger car to go with it. What happened to the Conrail engine that heated up? I think it melted the brush plate. I can't really remember. I disassembled it quite a while ago. And the armature actually still turned over, but, yeah. Has anyone ever wondered how much money Sir Topham Hatt has to make for all the damage those trains ever made? Yeah, they better be pretty useful. There's like this big dent in the layout, but I don't ever remember that happening. When did this happen? It's really weird. And see, like, the wood is even warped up a bit there. How could I not remember this? Like, it should be obvious I had. Weird. Does anyone remember GWR Studios? I'm sure many people do. You know how to crash a train, SMT. They need to have a bad track record. Hold on, let me put my phone down that way. Okay, let me just say the last part of the joke. They need to have a bad track record. There we go. That power strip setup. The power strip setup, look, it's got all real plugs. But there's a lot plugged in, but nothing really takes that much power. I mean, these light bulbs are all energy saving, so I don't know, I think they use about 5 watts each, so I don't even know how many of them we have plugged into that one outlet. 3, 5. So 25 watts of power. Or 25 watts, equivalent to an incandescent light bulb. I don't know how much a transformer like this uses. It's probably not much. This probably doesn't use much. These, actually, I lied. These two also have 5 watt energy efficient lights. So we're at 35 watts of power total consumption off the lighting system. And all the other stuff is just small controllers. So I'd be surprised if when this layout is running, these lights, these use about 200 watts total when they're running. But provided I have the lights off, the string lights there, I'd be surprised if the layout's using over 100 watts of power. So even if it was using 100 watts of power, yeah, let's see. I think it probably uses under 100 watts of power. So over the span of 10 hours, I'd use about 4 cents of electricity, probably. Would you ever go DCC? I have DCC, I just couldn't upgrade all my I've got tons of old locomotives that couldn't really take a decoder because the motors are so old and they have a really high current draw. And then the other thing too is that it's just, you know, it seems silly to put decoders which cost about 30 bucks a pop in locomotives that are only worth, I don't know, some of them are only worth like 10 bucks. How long did the layout take to build and design? To build, it's kind of just been ongoing, because every time it kind of gets finished, I restart it and start building it all over. And the design, it's been built in sections, so it didn't... The second layout, that one, I spent quite a bit of time designing that one. Can I just say how amazing your layout is and that your channel is amazing? Please click up through videos. Thank you so much, Corinne. I fixed 2 Ucho engines today. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. Oh, no problem, Iron Fox. By the way, your locomotive prize is on the way. The wheel is loose on the axle. Take it off and use super glue. Make sure the wheel is properly quartered. That's very important. If If the wheels are uncorded on your steam engine, the drive rods are gonna cause bindings, and then you're not going to. The train's gonna, the steam engine is gonna move like half an inch, and then it's gonna get stuck. What everyone sees, a sick layout. What a mom sees, a waste of... I'll give my mom credit. She's pretty supporting of the hobby. Probably isn't the happiest that I've taken over, like, all this part of the basement, but she's pretty supportive of the hobby. But, you know, they're 18-year-olds, my friends, a lot of them, they're spending their money on some much worse things than HO trains, so I don't know. Maybe that's why. When are you going to send out the Camelback? Probably within the next week or so. Other moms, fair enough. Do you have Discord? I have Discord. I don't really use it, though. Do you have anything to say about starting a layout, like tips or something? I have a video on my channel. It's like 5 tips for building your first HO scale layout. I suggest you go watch that, but in short, it's basically just figure out exactly what it is you want, make a big list, and if you don't know what you want, find the things you want by searching through, you know, like model railroader catalogs, and, you know, you can watch YouTube videos, and if you see something you like on someone else's layout, you know, you can obviously copy it or make your own variation, and make a big list of all the things you want, and then determine from that what you actually can fit on your layout and what you can afford at the moment, and go from there. That video is really helpful for me. Yeah, I wish I hadn't been talking so damn fast, otherwise it would have been a pretty decent video, I think, but the ideas run it. I'm gonna have to make more videos along those lines. Share what I've learned. Got Nathern Blue Box Norfolk Southern engine. Decorational lighting. Runs great for only $25. Wow. I've started watching since November. Oh, thanks, American Domino. You said a cuss word. I'm proud of you. I got 4 N-scale engines for $20. Lifelike F7, missing 2 years. Atlas unit for 4. 6 front back. Diesel Lima F7s run. All metal Rapido, unknown. Tobin, Rob, hey SMT, how are you? Could you please run the DD40X? Unless you already, yeah, I already ran it. The beavers are at it again. Yeah. I've been watching since Scrumptious Model Trains was a thing. So basically, you've been watching since sometime before October 2018. Beavers are damming the river again. Yep, those damning beavers. SMT, can I help you start your own Discord server? I'll make you one if you want. I already have one, but I don't know, I've never really understood Discord. SMT is a Tycho Lord. Well, actually, I'm Team Lifelike, but Tycho's cool. I think I subscribed in early 2018. Yeah, so spring 2018 is, so when it got over 100, that's when things started to get kind of moving along a little more. And I can help you learn. Sounds good. This is great if it's a live video. Yes, it is, Jack J 2010. Team Model Trains, yes. Will you ever change your layout or make a new layout in a different scale? You know, the situation is, a lot of people have said, well, like, you know, this is your layout you've had for so long, you know, it's a beginner layout, why don't you, you know, clear it off and you can build something new and more professional. But it's got memories in it, you know. It was the same layout I built as a kid, so I'll upgrade it, you know, so it fits my needs. But I don't think I would ever strip this thing right down and start all over again. You know, the point of the hobby is enjoying it, and I really do enjoy running trains on this layout all these years later. And I don't think, even if I built a quote-unquote professional layout, it would probably actually, I'd probably enjoy it even less than I do this layout, simply because I've developed it to be what I want. It has character. That's it, David. Character. And then this layout I've obviously also been upgrading. And it's the same thing with this layout. When I built this layout, if I wanted, I could build a great big freight yard or something like that, but I didn't want a great big freight yard. What I was interested in was having another layout with hills and all sorts of things like that, and that's what I've been building here. And in this layout, I have an option. I could build a massive freight yard on this if I wanted, but, oh, I'm not supposed to show that. But instead I chose to build a model of the Hershey factory, which doesn't exist yet, but might come around soon. I don't know, I love train layout. I haven't figured it out yet. Yeah, well, it kind of comes down to a tougher to answer question, which is why do we like things in life? And that's I don't know if that can ever be figured out. The reason I think I like trains is because I was around them when I was a kid. But that doesn't answer the exact question why. It's so I can't think about those things for too long. My head starts melting into itself. Need squirrels on the layout. Yeah, we need a flying squirrel and a moose, and then we can have characters from the show there. You know the one I'm talking about. I think it was from the 70s or 80s, probably. Rocky and Bullwinkle, that's it. What's your opinion on Canadian Pacific's new military units? I think it's nice that they're building military units. Yeah, wish more railroads would make things like they are, but it's like heritage units and then customized units. They seem to be becoming more common, so hopefully that's the trend. What are your thoughts on Fox Valley trains? They're alright. The Hiawatha I have has had some problems, specifically with derailing. I don't find it's perfectly optimized. But it's run pretty well, and the detail on it is very nice. So I would say from those perspective, it's Fox Valley's a good manufacturer. Anyways, everyone, it's been a great night running HO Scale Trains live. Before we finish off the stream, I will run the Centennial. It'll be the final train of the night, and then will be it. I've been streaming for almost 150 minutes. And 2 hours, that would be about 120 minutes, so 120, and then you add another 20 on top of that, you'd be at 140. Yeah, so about 2.5 hours of live streaming. Just find where these ones go. $2.5. Yeah, you're right. Any tips on how to test an untested vintage loco that hasn't been run on years? Yeah, put it on the track and give it a little bit of power, but first of all, don't use use a controller. A regular DC controller is perfect. That has like an output of 16 volts. And one thing is, you know, you can give it the loco, you can put it on the track, give it a little shake and adjustments, but don't give it constant power, especially if the motor is humming, but the locomotive's not moving. Don't force it to go, because that likely means something is jammed or seized. Because if you force it, what can happen is you can burn out the motor. So what you want to do is just see if you put it on the track, you're giving it power and it's not coming to life. You know, you can try cleaning the wheels, but it could be an electrical issue. But yeah, just make sure if the locomotive is making sound or it's just showing signs like the light is on, don't force it to run, otherwise you'll probably wind up breaking it. And if it is seized, take it to a hobby shop and tell them it just needs some fresh oil. Can you do a yard operation video at some point? If I had the controls, I probably could do something like that, but my controls are all over here. The freight yard's all over there. So what I'd have to do is every time I made a transaction, I need to walk over here, power the locomotive, stop the locomotive, flip whatever switch I needed to. It would be very painful. So I need to figure out some sort of system so I can control my trains from out there. I could get a wireless unit for this, and then it would sort that whole issue out. So maybe that's the option. But until then, I don't think I'm going to be running any trains in the freight yard. SMT, I'll invite you to Discord server. I just need your Discord name and tag. The thing is, I don't know, I'm just not, I'm not on Discord, so if I was added to a server, I wouldn't really, I don't know, be of much use. Separate your yard from the rest of your layout. This layout is a mess. Yeah, I don't care much. I'll get cleaned up all in good time. I actually have been cleaning up it quite a bit, but if you're talking about this, it's just because I like having a lot of detail. But yeah, the mess on these areas is something that I am trying to clean up, because I want to have a cleaner workstation and all the rest of that. Would you join the army? To be honest with you, it's never really been my preference. I have a ton of respect for people who are in the army or have been part of the army, as it's certainly, I can't imagine that's easy, but it's not really something I'd want to be part of. I think it'd be a very stressful thing to do. You just need to get the Stand By Me parody guys, Nick Ottawa, to help out with the switches. That's it. I'll invite them over, and I'll say, okay, you control the switches, I'll sit in my chair and control the trains. They're good with that stuff. They had to get certified. Something I still haven't done at my model railroading club. Go Navy. I think if I was going to join part of the army, I think it would be the Navy. Does that railroad crossing signal work? Well, the lights come on, but it doesn't flash or anything like that. SMT, skip my comment. I don't skip anybody's comments unless they're unsavory. My friends are training to be in the Navy. Yeah, I think, like, I'm sure it's not easy, but, I don't know, getting to work on a ship or something like that, I'm sure it would be, unique. I don't know what all the rules are, honestly. I guess that could also probably be working in a sub. I don't think working in a submarine would be so good. I feel like it would get claustrophobic. Ty Lavick. Hi, SMT. Hello. It's fun and you see the world. Huh. My stepdad worked in a submarine. See the world. Well, I think it probably depends on what you're up to. Alright everyone, well thanks for another great live stream. I think I'm gonna finish it off here. Filthy for train stuff. Okay guys, enough of the skipping comments crap. I don't skip any comments intentionally, but I'm reading off a screen which is about 2 inches large with 80 people watching. It's bound that the algorithm is gonna swap some comments, but I don't want any accusations that I'm intentionally skipping over people's comments because SMT wants to be a jerk to people. I don't do that unless somebody posts something I shouldn't be reading. Anyway, have a good night, everyone.